سلام بچه‌ها، امروز اومدیم با هم دیگه بررسی بکنیم وارزون مدرن وارفر 3 رو. وقت زیاد تلف نکنیم، بزن بریم. لیتس گو. خب همونطوری که اینجا می‌بینید خب نقشه مپ جدید بچه رویال مدرن وارفر 3 هستش که حالا بازگشت یا حالا بازگشتان یا مثلا قزاقستان مثلا این حالتی تلفظ میشه. بازگشت خدمت شما اسمش هست که حالا مناطق مختلفش هم حالا اینجا نوشته که روی نقشه ببینید. بریم ببینیم که چه تغییراتی ایجاد شده.
Needs Europe a little bit, Eastern Europe a little bit. And Urzikstan will of course
in previous war zones we've had
پوشش داد.
which was the overtime mechanic, but this time around it's an
بله.
ascent, and a rope drops down from above and you can ascend and get out.
So it's kind of like you know, I'm a big pro wrestling guy, so it's kind of like escaping Hell in a Cell or something like that,
That may
right?
have been some of the
خیلی راحت دارم توی این چند تا
Okay.
حرکتش این اسلاید کنسل برگشته. اسلاید کنسل بود
That makes me very,
ولی
very, very
دیلی
happy.
ترش
But
داره.
as we continue to see these players just like run around, we're actually
Slide
we're
cancel.
being hunted
Yeah, by a bounty.
currently, so we got a bounty up right now.
Yeah. So what I love about the bounty that we've updated is when they complete the bounty, or should I say if they
خیلی
complete the
خوبه.
bounty,
اسلاید کنسل که
they'll
برگشته
actually get one
هم
UAV ping. which then
باعث
you can
سریع‌تر
actually
شدن
add into the
موومنت
bounty
میشه.
this time around.
Okay.
and so this was
هم
a
در
bounty that you brought
صحنه‌های
back
مختلف
from
هم ناجیتون میشه هم
originally.
باعث
If
مرگتون
it
میشه.
was the big game bounty or
Oh,
the
see,
normal
I was
bounty.
talking about big
بقیه
game
میتونن
bounty. I
از
That's a
assumed
good
this
segue.
was big game bounty. Can you
این
talk to us a
خصوصیت
little bit about that
استفاده بکنن.
contract, which is new?
Are they gonna use
zip
it?
line off in the
چتر
distance. I'm
برگشتم
gonna get a better look at
گرفت.
them here.
Better.
This is the crane we were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
so that's the
اون
vertical.
زیپ لاین های مختلف نشون داده میده.
But for the first time, in
You can
addition to going up.
redeploy drones. As
Oh,
soon as the
that's
map
cool.
launches, we're bringing those across from Al Mazrah. But then here's the new
Nice.
The new.
I was going to ask when we were going to
Zip
get
line
horizontal zip
افقی.
lines.
So I mean, we were so happy.
Are on that central landmass. And here's the train.
Speaking
of the train that stops in Old Town.
yes,
قطار
Ted, tell us about this. I feel like
قطار نقشه رو نشون
everybody
میده.
downstairs is
چه
I saw the
all over
handbrake
this.
yesterday, and we're like,
Oh,
wait,
این
what? There's a
استاپ میکنه.
handbrake on the caboose. So if anyone at home
اینم
doesn't know, the
احتمالاً
rail carriage is called
UAV
the caboose.
تاوره.
We've got the UAV
شاب.
tower, the buy station.
On
If
the
you
train.
push- on the
UAV
train.
buy station on the train.
And if you push the driver's carriage, you can go forward, backwards.
Speed نوشته.
But the nuance that these
یه
players
حرکت
will
بود.
find out today is you're in the driver's carriage, you're driving.
خودتون میتونید قطار رو
happy
کنترل
days,
کنید.
you're the conductor. But
جالب
if a
بود.
team jumps on the back and throws that handbrake, you're going to have to go and
Stop.
engage.
That's cool. Okay,
Or
I didn't
get
know
in a
that.
war switching
Yes,
on
no,
and
no,
off.
no.
Yeah.
So no, the handbrake controls it.
Controls all of it.
در
So
نقبش.
You have to go back and
So there's
هم
almost
تیم
like
با
a
قطار
decision
جلو
you
برین،
have to
در
make.
نقب رو
Like,
نگهش
do I
داری.
want to put a body over there, have someone defend the handbrake, but
چیز
then you might be running into a full
جدیدی
block.
بود.
So there are going to be some decisions players are going to have to make.
I love it. I'm so
خیلی از
excited.
خصوصیات
And
مدرن
Ted,
وارفر
you
2
always
هست توش
say,
توی این
you know, they're
موومنت.
the storytellers.
بهشون
and
اسلاید کنسل رو
you
اضافه
guys are
کردن هم
providing them with
سرعت
raw
بازی رفته
materials to
بالاتر.
create, and I
Yeah, we
love
refer
that.
to
هم
it as
توی
the canvas.
حرکت‌های مختلف
You
میتونی
know, it
بزنی
sounds corny, but
توی بازی.
it could be they want to avoid that area, or for other players they want to move. Did we get?
Personal favorite, I believe this is the cash
Gulag.
bag.
Here we go. Let's have a look.
بریم ببینیم.
Love the money.
Well,
خب
let's
توی
see
گلگ
what
میشه که
comes
آقا
out.
هم
Let's see
میتونید
if
وسایل
the
و
sender comes down. Let's see if
پول
they
و
push. Or they're pushing.
I don't know if they're even going to have an opportunity
5
for it. Now
seconds.
he's gonna-
No.
پیدا کنید برداریم.
Good.
Oh, so
Very
now we can
clutch.
See
see
the
the
stress in her
Yeah.
face. Like
She's
the
like,
relief.
yeah.
now that we
did
see
it.
the gulag, and of course, shout out to Chica for the clutch there.
با مسئله که اینجا
what are
برداشتیم
some things
برمیگردیم
that
به
are- that we should be expecting for the gulag? Because that was
بازی.
different.
That was different than what we saw before, Alex.
Yeah.
In fact, we got some video.
Here we go.
This is the OG Gulag. This is what we're going to be playing
3 lanes.
most of the
Yep,
time
3 lane
in
structure,
the
yeah.
3 lanes. But Ted, for the first time, there might be some other Gulags.
Yes. So maybe right
گولاگش
after we'll see the
گولاگ در
night
شب هم
gulag.
داره.
That's
No
definitely-
way.
So this is something that can happen from time to time. It's a chance of it happening. And we have several of these, and I almost don't want to spoil too much. You
Yeah,
talked
yeah,
about the
I
cash
actually
one.
like-
Yeah, we want to
earlier
wait
on.
to see.
But like, and here's the ascender that we've already
خب
mentioned. That
میتونید
you can get on it and you can get out. You can be shot on the way
بیا
up.
کشی
you can be
بیرون،
shot,
یعنی
from
به جای این
below.
پرچمی که
You can
وسط
also
قرار
get
میدن
off
بریم
of
بس
it.
پرچم
Yeah,
بگیریم.
Yeah, make a play.
That's cool.
یه
Okay.
تناب
Some really
میندازه
interesting
پایین.
play tests of, I remember
یه
one
تایم
on the
تا میشه
mother
هر کی از این
side
تناب
shed
بره
clip
بالا
where the other player had jumped on the ascender. They also got
گولاگش تموم
underneath,
میشه.
shot them on
برنده
the way
گولاگ
up,
سال میشه.
eliminated them, and then made it.
Players into gas or whatever. A few more really nice quality of life changes. No matter what your loadout is, you'll see on screen right now. If you're in the water, you have a pistol no matter
سیستم
what.
آبش
Whatever your loadout is, whether it's 2 primary weapons,
صدای آب قشنگ
whatever it may
میاد.
be, there is a pistol at the ready when you do go on the water.
بهترش
Same
کردم.
for all
ولی
the
خب
lives
نگم
as well, so that
توی
element of gameplay, I know Dude, the first time I had a
وارزون
circle out in the ocean in our Matra, I dropped like a 12
قاعدتا
kill
اینجور
spree.
چیزا
No one
رو
could get close. I was
همه
running
بازیکنان
around
میان
with
آف
a
میکنن،
pistol.
یعنی میان
And it really
گرافیک
worked.
رو
That is not the case anymore.
رون
Awesome
حالتی
quality
میذارن که هم
fighting,
دید
gas
خوبی
mask,
داشته باشن،
those
تنظیمات
pistols.
رو
We're really just starting to learn our
همین
way
که
around this place. And
زیاد
Sledge
FPS ازشون
great
نگیره،
job of
زیاد
bringing all that to life.
And you know what? You talk about
باعث
the blue lag there. Blue lag looks great.
اون هدف اصلیشون که زدن بازیکن هاست نشه. بنابراین این صدا مداها و این گرافیک ها رو ببینیم پایین، اینا رو نخواهی شنید. گرافیک رو بره بالا چیکار بشه؟ وقتی که باعث بشه آقا دیلی بگیری توی بازی فایده نداره. این درد همون طرفی ها میخوره که نتای قوی دارن، نه اینکه ما خود نته که زیاد خوب نیست، مثلا این سوگ باشه.
And how I can employ that to the best of my ability and the best of the situation I'm in. It's just really nice, man. The last thing you want to be doing is guessing in a game like this.
And I think exactly, Miles. And I think something that may have
دست
went over a lot
پلیرها
of
چی
people's heads when
میکنن
we were talking about it was the evasion in this version of Warzone is going to be way better than before. We talked about that perk, but also the horizontal zip lines. I mean, that's massive. They've had big upgrades to quality of life in terms of trying to get in fights and evade over the last years.
حالا مهم اونه نصف تیرات در دیوار بود.
Yourself and fly away. I think all those things are going to be coming back, but now you also have the ability to have horizontal zip lines that they've placed throughout the map. So, you know, if you get into a fight that maybe is pretty far out of the circle, you can take time to finish that fight and then strategically use those zip lines to get back towards circles. So I think that that's something, you know, just piqued my interest in the way that I like to play the game.
You're talking about evasion as well, and for me, you know, going back to
small
things like the gas mask,
WSP.
you can now put the gas mask on, toggle it with tear gas. I mean, there's ways to make sure that you can survive. The survivability is so big. You know, no more wafting in front of the face. The gas mask will go on, and you are able to evade
اسلاید کنسل عالی رو دست داره اجرا میکنه.
Because that's all that Warzone's about, right? It's being aggressive, but also countering pushes that are happening from left, right, and center.
I think a big point is like the controlled chaos in Warzone. That was something that always really stood out to me. Is like, it's really chaotic. You don't know where the gas is going to be. Where you land changes a lot of the time. The loot that's on the ground is, you know, pretty different most of the time. It's very unpredictable in that sense. But there's those predictabilities of having a horizontal zip line there, like knowing about the rotations. It's those little small things that you can control. And something I really enjoy is the fact that I feel like I'm seeing most people's goal.
اینجا میبینم که خیلی از این استریمرها و بازیکنان
Again, with the amount of loot, I feel like there's a lot more loot on the ground as we've been watching gameplay. But again, the gun.
هر جعبه میبینی آقا انگار که آقا میگه من بیا باز کنم، صدا میزنه منو انگار. نه این مسیس توی اسموک آقا زد داشت میزد آقا طرفو. آقا ولی اینا چیکار میکنن وقتی که آقا خیلی از آیتماشون، تیراشون، فشنگاشون، شیلداشون اوکیه دیگه، آقا سراغ جعبه هم نمیرن، رد میشن، حواسشون رو پرت جعبه نمیکنن.
Come on.
Which is actually crazy because it's, I mean, from our experience, especially multiplayer, very easy to do.
فکر روز این مثل مدرن وارفر 2 میتونید بردارید، پیدا بکنید.
That was me. I was also a part of that obliterated squad.
I don't know if you guys saw, but there's also somebody has to get a guardian.
تیربارو جاگرنات برداشتن.
Like an opponent who's affected by the guardian.
Just kill him, yeah.
Oh, it does it like.
خوبم میدوه باش.
Oh yeah, it does essentially. It speeds up your mantle ability, and you really do.
Zip line افقی.
Peter Parker will be climbing the side of some of those buildings and terrify you, Ali.
آه انگار که 3 تا اسلحه داریم. که توجه کرده باشین نه؟ کل فلان دستش میگیره. از نردبون که میره بالا، تو آب که میفتی. اون دو اسلحه که دستش هست تبدیل میشه به کل. خیلی جالب بودیم.
The backpack experience, you're definitely going to see that that's been refined.
قاعدتاً تو چنین مواقعی اون تیم که اومده هایگرم گرفته بیروزه دیگه، چون روی کو بسته میشه بالای گروه داشته باشه هر کس پایین میزنه دیگه، مجبورن دیگه به خاطر فرار از اون مجبورن بیان بالا.
It's the little things. I think when people get hands on of this year of Warzone, I hope that they just love like everything, like the whole package that we're bringing for season 1 and day 1.
Yeah. Speaking of
دم تکسا رو روانه کرد. اوه داون شد، ما کشتش دمش که خوب انداخت. آدرنالین زد به خودش. آیگرن رو ول کردم اونم پایین. شاید تیم آخره چند نفر موندن؟ سه تا تیم 7 نفر. شدن 6 نفر.
Okay. Alongside it, we'll have Bundle. We'll have Ashika.
Okay.
Both have Resurgence. And we'll also have...
دوباره برگشتم بالا.
Because
Yes.
we know,
I love Thunder.
there is that core group.
I always lose, but I love it.
It's all about that money, Alex.
Yeah, it's
About that
clearly
cash.
getting that money.
Straight cash, homie.
No, that is awesome. So,
They're
more
talking
experiences,
Polish
more different, more variety
Yes.
of ways for people to be able
We've
to play
got so
Warzone.
many different players, and they all play for so many different reasons. It was like, what can be the best version of Warzone on day one? Like, that's the package.
Awesome. So we got a really interesting
نذاش آخرشو ببینیم.
preview there.
So
من هر کی تیر میزنه روی مپ آره هر کی تیر میزنه روی مپ نشون داده میشه. و این ماجرا نشون خواهد داد که ما دوباره به اتشمنت سوپر ریسور احتیاج خواهیم داشت که لو نریم روی نقشه.
We're going to bring a brand new ranked experience.
والا بود دیگه پایین رو نگاه کنیم.
Apart from that, lips are sealed.
I was going to try. I was going to try and pull a Stephanie and see what else I could get at.
Maybe
من پوشش میدادم باید بالا بزنم که اینجوری نشه.
I'm sure a lot of people are over the moon about that.
Yeah.
I was actually catching up with TP yesterday, and he was telling me like how much like
ranked Warzone
was like helped, you know, to like really give him more things to do in the game. Right? Because, you know, when you're a competitive guy, you're just like, you get ready and play some ranked games.
Like my buddies and I, who I play with back home in
خونده
the
نمیشه.
we have
اینجا که میشه میگه ریبرث ایسلند و فورتنسکی برمیگرده به سال 2024. خب ممنون که تا اینجای ویدیو با من همراه بودید. کلیت ماجرای خواستاشم جمع‌بندی در موردش داشته باشم اینه که خب خود نقشه جدیدی که دارن میدن خب از رنگ بندی و نور خوبی برخوردار بود. خب یعنی اشیا و خب انمی‌ها توش دیده میشد. موومنت بازی رو خب سریعتر کردن با برگشت اسلاید کنسل که یه خورده مشکل داره، یعنی ته اسلایده که کنسلش میکنه یه گیری داره که احتمالا حالا اینجا نسخه بتاست اصلاح خواهد شد انشاءالله که توی نسخه اصلی این مشکلات نباشه. ولی خب چیزی که من دیدم مثل اسلاید کنسل وارزون قبلی نیست، ولی خب خیلی روی سرعت بازی تاثیر گذاشته و بازی رو سریعتر کرده. امیدوارم که کلیت ماجرا خوب باشه. انشالله که پنجشنبه خودمون تجربه بکنیم ببینیم به چه صورت خواهد. ممنون. لایک، کامنت، سابسکرایب فراموش نشه. بدرود یا حق.